Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. The topic of today's video is very interesting. I personally like this drama Arthur Ghazi, as you can see the title, and I hope so many of you also praise this drama and like this. First of all, we are going to discuss or read the history of Arthur Ghazi. Then we discuss the cast of the Arthur Ghazi is the founder of Ottoman Caliph. He was born in 1188 AD and died in 1280 AD. Some books mention 1281. He had three sons, whose name was Gunduz. Here they write the Gohar, but his real name was Gunduz, and the second name was Sauchi, and third one is Usman. He later established the Caliph. The Caliph was named after the same son of the Ottoman of Arthur, the Ottoman Empire. But the foundation of the Caliphate was laid by the Arthur Ghazi. The same Caliphate then defended the Muslim Ummah with the swords of these Turks for 600 years, from 1291 AD to 1924 AD. Arthur Ghazi family came here from Central Asia, and his ancestor Amjad Oghoz Khan had 12 sons, from whom they became 12 tribes, one of which was the Kai tribe, to which Arthur Ghazi belonged. Your father's name was Suleiman Shah. Arthur Ghazi had three more brothers. Their names were Sukurtugin, Gunduz, and Gundogdu and Dundar. Your mother's name was Haima. Your tribe first came from Central Asia to Iran, and then from Iran to Anatolia, to escape the Mongol invasion, where Sultan Alauddin, who was the Sultan of Seljuk Empire, and this Seljuk Turkish Empire was founded by the Sultan Alparslan. By defeating Byzantine in the Battle of Manzikert in 1071, Sultan Alparslan was a great figure in history and went on to become the head of the same empire. These 12 tribes lived under the shadow of Sultan Alauddin Oguz Khan, and Arthur Ghazi became the chief of the Kai tribe. After the death of his father, Suleiman Shah, the Ahl came first. Then he went to Halab. 1232, where Sultan Salahuddin Ayyubi grandson Aziz ruled. First Arthur Ghazi befriended Aziz, then married Sultan Alauddin's niece Halima Sultan, with whom he had three sons. He befriended the Ayyubis and the Seljuks, conquered stronghold of the Crusaders near Halab, Aleppo. Aleppo is also called Halab. Next we discuss, and then became very close to Arthur Sultan Alauddin. As the Mongol invasion approached, Arthur Ghazi defeated Nuwan, a key Mongol leader. Nuwan was the right hand of the Mongol king Oktay Khan. Oktay Khan was the son of the Ganesh Khan, and Oktay's son was Hulagu Khan was running. And then Arthur Ghazi led his tribe to Sogat near Constantinia, and first there he conquered an important fortress by Byzantine, and gathered all the Turkic tribes. Arthur Ghazi led his tribe to Sogat near Constantinia. So after the death of the Sultan Alauddin, Arthur Ghazi became the Sultan of the Seljuk kingdom, and his descendant was Sultan Muhammad the Conqueror, who conquered Constantinople in 1453, and thus fulfilled the prophecy of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Fighters like Arthur Ghazi are rare in history, but unfortunately our generation does not know them. Really, it is the history of Islam, but many of Muslims did not know about it. After this drama that Turkish made, many of the Muslims know about the history of the Ottoman Empire. All the fighters who have gone through Islam, who have done something for Islam, they must have a spiritual aspect. Behind them, there must be some spiritual personality, Wali Allah, whose duty is imposed by Allah. Pick up the history from the beginning of Islam till now, even today. If anyone is doing any duty for Islam and for Muslim Ummah, then they must have some spiritual aspects. Sheikh Muhyiddin Ibn al-Arabi, may God have mercy on him, was behind this warrior Arthur Ghazi, and by the grace of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, it was Sheikh Muhyiddin Ibn al-Arabi who came from Andalusia to help Arthur Ghazi. This is not emotional or exaggerated. Only he who has received this light of spirituality can understand all this. And he who does not receive this light is blind and will not understand. Such as liberal secular rage. The beautiful Hidayat of the Holy Prophet is as follows: fear the believer's vision. Fear the believer vision, for he sees with the light of God. Thank you. Now we see next some topic about the Arthur Ghazi. So we discussed from the Wikipedia. Dearless Arthur Ghazi is a Turkish historical fiction and adventure television series created by the Mehmet Özdağ, starring Engin Altan Düzdağ in the title role. It was filmed in Riva, a village in the Beykoz district of Istanbul, Turkey, and premiered on TRT1 in Turkey on December 10, 2014. The show is set in 13th century and centers around the life of Arthur, the father of Osman I, who was the founder of the Ottoman Empire. The show is set in 13th century and centers around the life of Arthur, the father of Osman I, who was the founder of the Ottoman Empire. The show has been well received, particularly in Muslim world. However, several countries in the Arab world have banned the show, and fatwas have been issued against it. The show has also received criticism for a lack of historical accuracy, depiction of non-Muslim in a negative manner, and for promoting Islamic fundamentalism. There are 5 seasons. Total we have. Here's some details. Arthur Ghazi, general historical fiction adventure created by the Mehmet Özdağ, directed by the Metin Güney, starring Engin Altan, composes Zeynep Ilyas, country of origin Turkey, original Turkish, language Turkish. Number of seasons, there are 5 seasons. Number of episodes, 150 episodes. List of episodes, but production and the releases, chronology, external links. Now we discuss the season 1. Seeking to solve the unrest, Suleiman Shah sends Arthur on a mission to find a new place for the Numan group to settle. He specifically sends Arthur and his 3 friends, Turgut, Bamsi, and Doğan, to seek an agreement with the Sultan, an event that sets off the chain of events that ultimately lead to the founding of the Ottoman Empire. If we describe the season 1 more, then there is something you have to know that the Arthur finds Halima in the season 1. Halima is captured by Halima, his brother and his father was captured and prisoner by the Salibi. So Arthur went to jungle for hunting, and there he find the Halima, and he saved Halima from them and took her and his family to the Numan tribe. Season 2. In the second season, Arthur is captured by the Mongols. Mongols are very barbarian, and they are cruel. There are a lot of history about their tyranny. Mongols led by the Bayocho Nuan. Meanwhile, the Kai tribe, led by Jaime Ana, seeks refuge with Dodruga. As you see that the Jaime Ana is uh, the leader of the tribe and lead the Kai tribe because the Suleiman Shah in the last episode of the season 1 has died. The Kai tribe led by the Jaime Ana seeks refuge with the Dodurga, led by the Kurkut Bey, her brother means brother of Haimana. Arthur escaped from the Mongols and subsequent return to his tribe, creates internal strife between him and his cousin Totekin. The head arc of the Dudurga, meanwhile, Aitulun, Haimana's sister-in-law, Kurkut Bey's second wife, plots behind his back to help her brother Gumishtagin Bey, becoming the Margrave with the help of Emir Sadatin Kopek. Later, Abdul Rahman Ark kills her. The tension is further escalated with the arrival of Sungurtagin. Sungurtagin is the lost brother of the Arthur. After defeating Gumishtagin and Noan, the tribe is split between joining Arthur on the western border of Anatolia or staying with Gundogdu and Sugirtagin. Moreover, till that time Arthur's uncle and cousin Totagin are dead. In the end, Arthur, his brother Dondar, Harima Sultan and Haima Ana along with 400 other people journey to western edge of Anatolia, leaving behind the rest of the Kai tribe. As you see that there is a split between the Kai tribe in the season 2. Two of brother stay at there and the two of brother means Arthur and Dudar go to the western border of Anatolia. In this season, the brother of the Halima, who was Yeagd, died, and he died by the attack of Mongol. So, in the season 3, if we discuss, in season 2, Arthur killed the Nuan. Season 3, in third season, Arthur deals with the Chavdar tribe, the most powerful tribe in the western region of Anatolia, led by the Kandar Bey and his children Ural, Aslihan and Alyar. The Chavdars are very skilled at trading. However, Ural is a devious and seeks his father Beylik and does anything to achieve this. Following Arthur's conquest of the Hanli Pazar, Ural Bey is sentenced to death for this role in destroying property, killing Arthur's arms and killing the Tekfur of Karachaysar. Tekfur means governor of Karachaysar. The Tekfur is a Turkish word which they use for governor. With the help of the Amir Sadatin Kopak, Ural is freed and seeks help from Vasilius. Vasilius is the new commander of Karachaysar, who seeks a bloody war with the Turks. During the absence of the Arthur and Chavdar's new Bey, Alyar, Ural tries to become the Bey of his tribe but is defeated and killed and he is killed by the Arthur. Arthur bands together with Alyar Bey to defeat Vasilius, but Alyar Bey dies along the way. In season 3, the Sachi, Arthur's son, is born, and Bamsi marries Helena, who later became Muslim and changed her name from Helena to Hafsa Hatun. The Seljuk Sultan comes to examine his western borders, and Vasilius tried to capture him, but is killed by Arthur Akambaj. To strengthen his ties with the Chavdars, Arthur requests Turgut to marry Aslihan, who accepts. Arthur is also given the title of Yusibey by the Sultan Aladdin. Yusibey means the head of all the tribes, which angers Kopek, who vows to destroy Arthur. In the end, Arthur is sent by the Sultan to protect his eastern border from Mongols, but is captured by some slave traders. Season 3. In the third season, Arthur deals with the Chavda tribe. As you seen, we have read the season 3, we will start with season 4. Season 4, in the fourth season, the Kailag mourn Arthur's death. They thought that Arthur had died because they find dead body that wearing the Arthur thumb ring, and because the body was so burnt, so they did not recognize Arthur's face. Aslihan deals with the arrival of Bahadur Bey, her uncle who seeks her bailiff. Meanwhile, Arthur is actually alive and captured by the slave trader. Dundar becomes the Bey of the Kailar and tries to sell Hanli Pazar and move back to the Kondogdo tribe, but is stopped by the appearance of Arthur. Arthur banishes Dundar and reclaims Hanli Bazar and declares war on the Byzantines. After his son Gunduz is kidnapped by Ares. After Bahadur Bey trickery, Arthur executes him and conquers Karachaisar, leaving Ares to go on the run. The conquest of Karachaisar leads to the Arthur making a move against Kopek, whose trickery threatens the Seljuk state. Following a failed ambush, Arthur captures Ares and promised to set him free if he confessed to the Sultan about Kopek's misdeeds. The plan nearly works, however Kopek is saved by the Sultan's wife Mehperi Hatun, who seeks to make her son Ghayasuddin the Sultan. Kopek is exiled and sends his men after Ares, who is saved when Arthur shows up. Ares converts to Islam and becomes Ahmad and serves as a spy for Arthur. Kopek misplays this attack and the Sultan requests a meeting with Arthur, who explains everything to him. However, the Sultan is poisoned by this meeting by Kopek and dies in the hand of Arthur. Ghayasuddin became new Sultan and imprisons Arthur until Ibn al-Arabi rescues him. Meanwhile, Gunal Bey, Kopek's adopted son, captures Karachaisar and Arthur's Alp and tries to have them executed, only to be stopped by Arthur. Arthur attempts to convince Gunal of Kopek's wrongdoings but fails. Kopek kills Ghayasuddin's brother Kilik Arslan and seizes power in the palace. Ghayasuddin issues an execution warrant of Kopek, who has enough power now to become the Sultan. Aslihan Hatun takes Aliar's sword and secretly leaves the tribe with the intention to kill Kopek. She fails, causing her death and Sadatin to nearly die. With the help of the Sigurtayin and Hoshmetin Teracha, Arthur chops off Kopek's head in the epic showdown. The feast begins, but are cut short with Halima's death. Following Usman's birth, the Mongols start to make a move on Anatolia, and Ugedi Han sends Baichon Nuan back from the dead as an envoy to the Seljuk. Nuan and Arthur team up to deliver a peace treaty, but it is broken when Ugedi dies. Nuan's sisters Alainogia infiltrates the Kai tribe and causes Kohas. Only to be killed by the Haimana, Nuan makes a move on Anatolia, and the Kailar move to Sogat. At the end of the season, Nuan dies. Now we talk about the season 5. The fifth season takes place 10 years after the Battle of Kozdag, where the Mongols took over the Seljuk state. The arrival of the new tax collectors, the Omru Gulri, disrupts the balance of Sogat. Umar Bey's daughter, Ibligi Hatun, infiltrates the Kai tribe to gain information on Arthur and falls in love with him. Meanwhile, Commander Dragos, a disgraced Byzantine warrior, seeks to conquer Sogat. He kills Umar Bey and farmers and frames Gunduz as pitting two tribes against each other. Emir Bahatin's presence serves to disrupt Arthur's plan against the Mongol. Following Gunduz acquittal, after the truth about Drogas is revealed, Bebolat Bey arrives. As the son of the Umar Bey and Bey of the Umbrogo, after his father's death, he is a Seljuk assassin that works with Mongols to wipe out rebelling Oghuz tribes under a fake name Albasti. Arthur's brothers are on the run from Albasti and hide in the mountains. Bebolat seeks to marry Ilbiligi with Bahatin, but his plans are ruined when Arthur asks her for marriage and she accepts. Arthur raids the Mongols and steals the tax gold in order to start a huge war. This leads to Emir Bahatin's death, with Albasti and Drago still alive. Arthur survives an assassination attempt when Zangok, the real Drogas, save him from the assassin's arrows. Arthur now suspects Zangok of being Drogas and tasks Merchant to track him. Hulagu sends Commander Alinkak and Subute to raid the Kai tribe. They capture the family, make Bebolat the Bey, Artuk Bey the new Bey of the Kailar, and command Arturul to hand over the chest, or else they take Usman's life. Arthur refused to hand over the chest, allies with the Rogas and Leifke Castle, and tasked Ilbrini Hatun with spying for him in the tribe. Sirma Hatun becomes the head Hatun of the Kai, injuring Seljan, who fights and isolates her. Suleiman is imprisoned by Bebulat for speaking out against his bailiff, but escapes with Ilbilgi help. Arthur and his Arabs intercept a message from Hulagu Khan and change it, saving Lifik Castle from being conquered. Arthur learns the location of his son by eavesdropping on a meeting between Orans and Alignac and saves him from being a Mongol slave. Then Arthur trades the chest, the real contents of which he took, and replaced instead with falsified documents. Sorry. For the right to his tribe back, and humiliates Alinkak. When he realizes Alinchak is going after Sultan Izzeddin Kekwas, Arthur rescues him and pins the blame on Beri Khan, the leader of the Golden Horde. He gives the location of Kekwas to Alichak in exchange for Guddu's Paradon, which would allow him to restore his tribe. Subutai falls in the trap Arthur set and is killed, along with Hinal. Bebulta had all. Arthur retakes Sogat and his Belek back and removes all the Umar Alps and flags. Bebolat, angry at Arthur, kidnaps his nephew Suleiman and kills him under the guise of Albasti. Alinchak captures Merjan, who he realizes is a spy, and tortures him until Arthur rescues him. During the fight between Arthur and his Alps and Alinchak and Albasti, Bamsi comes late, which result in Alinchak escaping and Gunduz getting injured. Bamsi had all title is taken away and given to Abdurrahman. Bebolat tasks Sirma with string conflict between Hafsa and Seljan, which works. Arthur plots with Urans to get rid of Arinchak and successfully traps him. However, Drogas makes a deal with Bebolat to get rid of Arthur. Arthur tortures Arinchak to tell him who Al-Basti is. Meanwhile, Hafsa and her kids are attacked by Al-Basti men who kidnap Ebros. Arthur sets a trap of Zankok, knowing he is conspiring with Lefik Kester. But it is unknown that the Billeringer is the real Drogas. Arthur traps Urans and captures him, asking him to tell him who the real Drogas is. The Bellringer is put in prison but escapes by killing Oguz Alp. Bamsi go after Abres but is trapped by Al-Basti men. Bebulat shows up and kills the fake Al-Basti, thinking he fooled Arthur. Bamsi disobeys order and kidnaps Alinchak to give to Drogas who has Ibers. Arthur saves Bamsi from Drogas' trap, kills Alinchak and captures Drogas. After suspecting Bebolat, he puts a plan in motion to prove he is Al-Basti. Bebolat makes a deal with Drogas that will help him escape from Arthur. On the day of Drogas' execution, Bebolat betrays Drogas and helps Arthur and his Alps kill Drogas' men, who infiltrate Sogat. Arthur kills Drogas. Bamsi, who was repenting in Sogat Mosque, is injured severely during the fight, but survives and is forgiven by Arthur. Arthur meets with Ilbiligi and both realize that Bebolat is Al-Basti. Arthur and Ilbiligi set a trap of Bebolat and confront him while Turgut and the Alps take care of Batur Alp and the rest of Al-Basti men. Bebolat reveals himself to be Al-Basti, shocking Ilbiligi and infuriating Arthur. Arthur engages in battle with Bebolat and Gundugdu makes the appearance, injuring Bebolat. Bebolat, to escape, jumps off a cliff into a river below and floats downstream unconscious. He is rescued by Eric Buka, a commander of Hulaku Khan, feared spy and blood brother of Arinchak. Arthur makes Ilbilgi the bay of the Umrogulari and tells her that he will fulfill his promise. Arthur and Gundugdu make plans to negotiate the Barak Khan to start a war with the Mongols. Merjan is tailed by Arik Buka when meeting with Barak Khan men and unknowingly leads them to Arthur's meeting place. A battle ensues between the Mongols and Bebolat on one end and Arthur and his Alps on the other. Bamsi finds traces of arrows used to rescue Bebolat and brings them to Gundugdu, who identifies them as Arik Bukas and set off to rescue Arthur. Dumbrul and Merjan are killed in the battle, with Turgut severely injured by Bebolat and near dead, and Arthur severely injured and captured. Gundugdu reaches the battlefield and realizes that Turgut is injured severely. Malik Shah takes Turgut to the tribe, while Abdurrahman tells Ilbiligi Hatun that Arthur was captured. Gundugdu, Bamsi, Gunduz, and Gungut set off to look for Arthur. Arkibuka and Albasti questions Arthur, who reveals that Albasti tried to kill an Inchak. Enraged, Arkibuka nearly draws his sword against Bebulat, but stops himself to Arthur's displeasure. Arki- Arikbuka is informed that Gundogdu is searching for them and plans a trap. Sirma meets with Umrulugari base try try and usurp the Beylik from Ilbilgi and resuscitate Bebulat. Al-Basti is ambushed by Ilbilgi and Abdurrahman while taking Arthur to Arik Buka's secret cave. Arthur kills Bebulat and tells Ilbilgi takes the crops to her tribe. Gundugdu falls into Arkibuka's trap and is poisoned with gas. Arthur saves him and Arikbuka goes on the run. Ilbligi brings back the crops of the Bebulat and clamps down on her tribe, enraging Sirma. Arthur and his arms come back to the Kai camp and Arthur reunites with the now had healed Turgut. Arthur Bey brings word from the Whitebeards, who meet with Arthur and tell him about an important shipment going towards Anatolia. They also reveal that there is a Mongol spy near Barak Khan. Sirma plots with Taskun Bey to take the Beylik when illegally opens the position. Ibligi nominates Batal Bey, who loses to Taskun Bey, who paid off the other beys. Taskun Bey then proposes to Sirma Hatun, while Ilbiligi connects the dots. Bamsi, Gungut, and Gunduz infiltrate the caravanserai and learn about the Mongol spy. Gundugdu and Turgut go to take the gold on behalf of Arthur but are trapped by Arik Buka's men. They fend them off but the gold is missing. Arthur encounters Arik Buka and is led to trap while trying to question him about the spy. Bangsi, Gungat, and Gunduz rescue Arthur from Arkibuka's trap, who escapes. Gundogdu and Turgut find the gold and secure it. Arthur chases after Arkibukas but is missed by a lookup like. Ilbigli is removed from her position by Taskman Bey and Sirma and suspects something is wrong. Gundogdu and Turgut returns to the tribe to hear the news of the Umrogulari elections and decide to meet with Taskun Bey. Abilg follows Sirma and sees her meeting with a Mongol spy at Ilbilgi follows Sirma and sees her meeting with a Mongol spy at Bebulat's grave. Taskun Bey angers Gundogdu and Turgut when he says that he will continue to collect taxes for state. Arthur ventures to meet Barak Khan with his arms to bring news of the situation in Anatolia and to tell him of a spy. Barak Khan is misled by the spy who is his closest advisor. Gundogdu and Seljan leave the tribe when news from Sugartukin arrives saying that Dundar is taking care of an injured Latagin and they are needed in their camp. Gundogdu says Dundar will come back to Arthur camp. Turgut and Ilbigli lay an ambush for the Mongol spy and capture him. Arthur meets with Barak Khan and nearly fails before telling him of spy. The two create a plan to isolate the Wazir who is the traitor. Turgut and Ibligi arrive back at the camp with the spy and question him, and he reveals that Simra and Taskun Bey are traitors. Turgut kills Taskun Bey and Simra is left imprisoned in her tent. Arthur and his army fall into Arkibuka's trap but are saved by Barak Khan, who reveals that they tricked the spy. A fight ensues and Arik Buka walks away again. Simra Hatun confronts Ilbligi and poisons her, but is killed by a dying Ibligi. Ibligi is taken to the Kai tribe where Artukwe receives her. The spy and the Arik Buka create a trap but are foiled and killed by Barak Khan and Arthur. Arthur marries Ilbili and the show ends with an alp with Arthur riding their horses into war while Usman picks up Suleiman Shah's sword and say he will carry the discussion and the Kai flag all over the world. These all are the 5 seasons that we have discussed. Episodes, if we talk about the episodes, season 1 have 26 episodes, Netflix breakdown 76, first aired on December 10, 2014, last aired as June 17, 2015. Season 2 have 35 episodes, Netflix breakdown into 103, September 30, 2015, first aired, June 8, 2016, last aired. Season 3 episodes 30, Netflix breakdown into 91, first aired on October 26, 2016, last aired June 6, October 26, 2016, June 14, 2017. Season 4 have 30, Netflix breakdown to 90, first aired on October 25, 2017, and last aired June 6, 2018. Season 5 have 29 episodes, Netflix breakdown into 88, first aired on November 7, 2018, and last aired on May 29, 2019. So if we talk about the cast and the characters, Anjin Altan Duzyatan, Arthur Ghazi character played. Description, we talk about a third son of Suleiman Shah and Haima Hatun, the father of Gunduz Alp, Sauchi Bey and Usman Ghazi I, founder of the Ottoman Empire. After the death of his father, he led a portion of the tribe to the western borders of the Seljuk Sultanate to run and establish himself as the bey of his own Kai tribe. Later became a senior operative of Sultan Alauddin Kekubat I. Conquered Hanli Pazar and earned the title of Yusi Bey, Margrave of Principality Bey, of the westernmost principality of the Sultanate. As in Yusi Bey, he conquered Karachaisar Castle, the only major bey to not be corrupted by the Mongols, which leads to his head being a target for Mongol and Seljuk operatives. Is the Amir or Sogat and the surrounding area the last place of the Seljuk Empire not controlled by Mongols? Duzyatan said of his character, actually we do not have too much sources about that era. Our sources are just about 7 pages. We know that he was a real hero. We talk about the Sardar Gokhan playing the Suleiman Shah, that was the leader of the Kai tribe and father of Ertugrul, Gundogdu Sugurtagin and Dundar, grandfather of Usman Ghazi I, father-in-law of Harime Hatun and Selchan Hatun, dies at the end of the season 1 due to his boil and also brief altercation in the water river. Appears in Arthur and Usman's dreams sometime. Hulia Darkan, the Haima Hatun character, mother of the Arthur Gundogdu Sugurtagin and Dundar, wife of Suleiman Shah and grandmother of the Usman Ghazi I, mother-in-law of Halime Sultan and Selchan Hatun. If we talk about the character Gundogdu Bey, it's played by Khan Tassanir, eldest son of Suleiman Shah and oldest brother of Arthur, led the rest of the Kai tribe who did not want to go with Arthur to the western borders, leaded rebels against the Mongols and the Seljuk state, and escaped with the second branch of the Kai tribe to rejoin Arthur in Sogat along with his brothers. Selchan and 2 sons, Suleiman and Iltekin, helps fight Bebulat with Arthur and creates plans to instigate a war between Bail Khan and Halaku Khan with Arthur. He is much wiser and understanding in season 5 and stands steadfast with his brothers. The character Harima Sultan was played by Isra Bilirik, wife of Ertugrul, and the name of the mother of the Gunduz are Savchi Bey and Usman Qazi. 1. Founder of the Ottoman Empire. She is the daughter of Shahzada Numan and member of the royal family and the niece to the Sultan Alauddin Keykubat I of the Seljuk Sultanate of Rome. She became the head mistress of the Kai tribe after Ertugrul became the leader of the Kai. She fought against many enemies along with her husband, very loyal to her husband and his cause. She was very valiant and often fought along with her family in order to protect her tribe. Dies shortly after giving the birth to the Usman. Now we talk about the Dundar Bey characters in the season 1 to 2, Arda Ansrat and Rath and Batuhan Karyacharka from season 3 to 4. Youngest son of the Suleiman Shah, younger brother of Ertugrul and the paternal uncle of Usman Ghazi I. Youngest son of Suleiman Shah, younger brother of Ertugrul and the paternal uncle of Usman Ghazi I. Although he is very loving and loyal towards Ertugrul and his family, he gets swayed by the influence of others and makes wrong decisions due to his native. Is banished to Gunduz tribe in season 4, but makes an off-screen appearance between season 5 and the Ilris Usman to take care of the tribe while Ertugrul is at war. If we talk about the Gunduz is played by the Yaman Tumin from season 3 to 4 and Arif Diri in season 5. Oldest son of the Ertugrul Ghazi and the Halima Hatun, brother of Savchi Bey and Usman Ghazi I, founder of the Ottoman Empire. Is headstrong and a great fighter, can be a little rash sometimes and has still a lot to learn about being an owl. Savchi Bey character is played by the Karim Beksigolo, second son of Ertugrul Ghazi and Halime Hatun, brother of Gunduz Alp and Usman Ghazi. He is interested in science rather than being an owl. He believes that the state should be governed not by sword but by knowledge and reason. He spends a lot of time with Ertugrul Bey due to his interest in science. The Usman Ghazi role is played by the Amre, youngest son of Ertugrul Ghazi and Halima Sultan, brother of the Gunduz Alp and Savchi Bey. Despite his young age, he is separated from his peers with his wit and courage. He is dashing, assertive child. Usman's eye is constantly on the outside world. He is curious, who has no attitude in any event. Ertugrul knows his character well and tries to guard him. Has dreams of Suleiman Shah and aspires to hold the honor of his tribe. Will eventually create the Ottoman Empire. The Baijo Nuan character is played by the Baris Bekji, one of the commanders of the Mongols appointed by the Oghidi Khan to expand Mongol power in Anatolia. Is later killed by Hulagu Khan with the assistance of Marjan but not shown. The Ellen Goya or Elimilila character is played by Gundol Negevia. Ellen Goya is Nuan's sister and serves him. Armenia is the name used to deceive Ertugrul and infiltrate the Kai tribe. Is killed by the Haimana. The Kurkut Bey character is played by Hossein Ozi, leader of the Durga tribe and older brother of Haima Hatun, but is poisoned by the Ayatollah, who also poisons herself to cover her tracks. The next we have is Totikin Bey. The Ugru Ginos is the role son of the Korkut Bey, chief of the Durga tribe, became the next leader of the Durga tribe after his father's death, first cousin of Ertugrul and his brothers. Originally is major against Ertugrul, but after he saves him joins him in favor of migration. However, he is killed by Nuan. But still encourages the migration. Gekli, Captain Gurman, lives in the forest, helps Arthur on his quest. Osman Soket play the role of the Ibn al-Arabi, Andalusian Sufi mystic and spiritual leader of the East, helps Arthur and his friends. He does not make an appearance in season 5. Murat Gary Pagau, Sardar Al-Din Kopek, Emir Sadatin Kopek, an important Seljuk court administrator and minister of Sultan Alauddin Kopek Kikubad I, a consistent adversary of Arthur. His only motive to seize complete power and control of Seljuk Empire for himself is beheaded by Arthur. Turgut Alp is Senij's Hoskin, one of the three Alps of Arthur, together with the Bamsi Beric and Duan Alp, who were blood brothers with him, fight with Anax instead with a traditional sword. In season 1, he is abducted by the Templars and indoctrinated into being the soldier Yodas under the guise of Yodas. He is enlisted by the Kurdoglu, but Arthur saves him and foils Kurdoglu plans. He marries Ikaz near the end of the season 1, later became the chief elf of Kai tribe and then became the Bey of Chavda tribe through his marriage to Aslihan Hatun. Becomes a trusted companion of Arthur and later serves his son Osman. Hande Subsei is the Ikaz Hatun, daughter of Dilid Demir, childhood sweetheart and first wife of Turgut Alp. Very talented with a bow, she was the first woman to escort Halime Hatun on her arrival, and the Kai tribes dies after getting seriously burned while fighting the Mongols at the beginning of the season 2. Didam by Belchan, the Selchan Hatun, wife of the Gundogdu, adoptive daughter and later daughter-in-law of Haima Hatun, and Suleiman Shah, older sister of Gokche, originally evil but repented with the help of Ibn al-Arabi and became one of the fiercest Kaibomen. Helps Arthur's children deal with the loss of their mother and is a great asset to Arthur's cause, although she sided with Gundogdu when the tribe split. He has a knack for sensing evil intentions and has a sharp tongue. Mother of Suleiman and Etekin reappears in season 5 but leaves with Gundogdu when news comes from Sugurtegin regarding Etekin. Gorko Kartrik play the role of the Gokche Hatun, adoptive daughter of Haima Hatun, and Suleiman Shah, younger sister of Selchan Hatun. She has unrequited love for Arthur, saves Arthur, later becomes wife of Tutikin Bey of the Durga tribe, is killed by Nuan along with husband Tutikin. Dilar Uzdruk is Alpatine Bey, biological father of Selchan Hatun and Gokche. He led a rebellion in Kai tribe against the Suleiman Shah, who killed him before the beginning of the series. He is only seen when Selchan Hatun has a vision of him. Aaron Saki, Afrasiab, Iranian merchant, secretly cooperating with Nuan. The next is Hakim Velin, the Kurdoglu Bey, sworn brother of the Suleiman Shah and leader of the many nomad families of the Kai tribe, secretly plots with the Templars Knights to make himself the leader of the Kai tribe, is beheaded by the Earthworm. Mehmet Sivik, the Dilidimir, the blacksmith of the Kai tribe and storyteller, a good and loyal friend of Suleiman Shah, father of Ikaz. He has strong personality, is killed by Tangul. The next is Silal Al, the Abdurrahman Al, loyal Alp of Arthur, chief guard of Suleiman Shah, Haima Hatun and Arthur Bey, good friends with the Turgut Al, Duan Al, Bamsi Barik, becomes chief alp of a show for a short period of time in season 5. Next is Nuruddin Sunez, who played the role of Bamsi, one of the three alps of Ertugrul, together with Turgut Doğanal, who were blood brothers with him, very loyal and good-hearted, somewhat slow-thinking and prone to the emotional outburst. Fights with two swords. Married Hafsa Hatun, has two children, Aslihan and Abras. Savage Sultan, Doğanal, Hande Sural, Libeli Hatun. These all are the some important characters which we have already discussed. Total many. As you can see, this about production, the rating in the Turkey, exceptions South Asia. Now let's talk about the South Asia. The Prime Minister of Pakistan, Imran Khan, praised the show publicly and recommended people in Pakistan to watch it, requesting the state-owned Pakistan Television Corporation to dub the Turkish series into Urdu and broadcast it on TV. He commented that the series promoted an understanding of Islamic history, culture, values, and ethics. PTV secured television rights for the series from TRT, and the first episode was eventually aired in Pakistan on the first day of Ramadan, 24 April 2020. The show is called Ertugrul Ghazi in Pakistan and was noted to be a major success, particularly due to Khan's recommendation and also partially due to the COVID-19 pandemic quarantine. PTV's YouTube channel for the series had gained over 5 million subscribers as of June 2020. According to PTV, the series in Urdu had acquired viewership of over 130 million people as of mid-May. Several of the actors expressed gratitude to the attention from Pakistani fans. Anjan Altan Dostian is Rabilogic, adding that they would like to visit the country. The series is also watched by Indian Muslims in large numbers and is also quite popular in Kashmir, where people see it as inspiration to their freedom struggle despite interim shutdowns. Kashmiri public relations professionals said every Kashmiri must watch it. A small tribe of 2,000 people dream for it's inspirational. If you have a goal and the will to achieve it, nothing can come in your way. If we talk about the Arab world, on February 10, 2020, Ertugrul was banned in Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and UAE directly. Watching this series from the Egypt's Fatwa section has been declared forbidden. Fatwa department also targeted Turkey's President Erdogan in statement stating that his intention was to restore the Ottoman Empire in the Middle East and restore sovereignty over the Arab countries that had previously been under Ottoman rule. Despite the ban, the series remained quite popular in these countries. There are some networks and the countries which show the series premiere. Country Afghanistan, Albania, Algeria, Arab world, Azerbaijan, Bangladesh, Bosnia, Brazil, Canada, Chile, Indonesia, India, Jordan, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, Somalia, South Africa, Northern Cyprus, Tunisia, United Arab Emirates, United Kingdom, USA, Uzbekistan, Venezuela. Sequel is Kurulus Usman, focused on Usman 1, began in November 2019. There are some list of Islam-related films and there are some references. This is all about Ertugrul that we have discussed in the detail. So next we talk about the cast and their real life. Ertugrul Ghazi star cast in real life. We talk about the Halima. There are so many Pakistani fans who want to know more about her favorite Turkish stars. Here are the details about the star cast of Ertugrul Ghazi. Anjan Altan Dostian. Anjan Altan Dostian plays the role of Ertugrul Ghazi, the third son of Suleiman Shah and Haima Hatun. He is also the father of Gunduz Alp, Sauchi Bey and Usman Ghazi. a founder of the Ottoman Empire. This is the central character in the series, one which is loved the most by the viewers. Anton was born on 26 July of 1979 in Izmir. His great grandparents are Turkish immigrants from Yugoslavia and Albanian immigration from Pristina. He has played important roles in many Turkish series and motion films. He also won the Best Actor award at Los Angeles Movie Awards with his performance in the motion picture Bir Ev Deniz. He is married to Nilish. The couple has been married for 5 years and they have a beautiful boy together. Here are some pictures of Engin Altan with his wife and son. Now we talk about Sirdar Khan that plays the role of Suleiman Shah. Another leading character in the story, he is shown as the leader of the Khai tribe and father of Ertugrul, Gundugdu, Sughirtgin and Dundar, grandfather of Osman Ghazi I. He is another popular Turkish actor who has been associated with the field of acting for many years now. This is a picture of Suleiman Shah. Next we have Hulaya Korel Berkan, the Haima Hatun, role of mother of Ertugrul, Gunduglu, Sughirtgin and Dundar. She is seen as the wife of the Suleiman Shah and grandmother of the Suleiman Ghazi I in the series. Hulaya Derkan was born on April 27, 1951 in Izmir, Turkey. She has been associated with Turkish drama industry since the 1970s. She has a vast career and Ertugrul Ghazi is one of her best works. Here are some pictures of her which shows a side of her which the viewers have not seen on the screen. Next we have the Kanda Senair, the Gundugdu Bey, plays the role of the eldest son of the Suleiman Shah and the oldest brother of Ertugrul. He drives the story forward in more ways than one, although his character is negative. The character growth is bound to keep the viewers involved. Ertugrul Ghazi is the best and latest work. Some picture of Gundugdu Bey. Next we have Nuruddin Sonem's Bamsi Beylik. Bamsi Beylik is one of the most likable characters in the series. Ertugrul Ghazi, played brilliantly by Nuruddin Sonem. He plays the most loyal of Ertugrul. He is also the chief guard of Suleiman Shah. Haima Hatun or Ertugrul Bey. Here are some pictures of him. Next we have Isra Bisli Bilicik, Halima Sultan, the main character, is a well-known Turkish actress and model who plays the role of Halima Sultan in the series. Halima Sultan is the wife of Ertugrul and the mother of Gunduz are Sauchi and Osman Ghazi I in the series. She is shown as a loyal wife in the series and she fought hard to protect her tribe. Cengiz Koskan Turgut. Cengiz Koskan is another main character in the story. He is shown as one of the three arms of Ertugrul, together with Bamsi, Beylik, and Doğanal, who were his blood brothers. His story and character is just and teaching as the other leading characters. Next we have Didem Baljan, the Selcan Hatun. Didem Balkin plays the role of the adopted daughter and later daughter-in-law Haima Hatun. Suleiman Shah, this is another central character in the story. Here are some pictures of the Selcan Hatun. And you can see the modern stylic iconic. We see her in the cultural dress. Simple scarf on her head. So here's some pictures of her. Looking stunning. All them are very good looking and handsome, stylish Halima. I think she's the wife of Turgut. I think so. You can see the stylish Sultan Hatun, modern Sultan Hatun. Now we are talking about the Burku. Sorry if I pronounce your names wrong after the name. Gökçe Hatun. Burku Kirathli plays the role of the adopted daughter of Jaime Hatun and the Suleiman Shah. She is the younger sister of Seljan Hatun. She is in love with Ertugrul but never gets to marry him. Her role is positive throughout and the character itself is layered. Here are some pictures of Gökçe Hatun. Here you can see the most stunning pictures. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. Now we have Hande Subsa, the Oikaz Hatun. Hande Subsa also plays an important role in the story in the series. She is the childhood sweetheart and also the first wife of Turgut. She is extremely good with a bow. A strong female character in the story which is liked by the viewers. There's some pictures of Oikaz. Mashallah. So beautiful. Stylish model. Next we have Savid Setin Gunur, the Diwan, another central character in the story. He plays the role of one of the three arts of Ertugrul. Together with Turgut, Bamsi Beylik, who are blood brothers with him. There are some pictures. I think he's the son of Diwan. Mashallah, mashallah, looking so beautiful, calm and peaceful. This is also the picture of one of his son. One thing is for sure, Turkish actors surely know how to completely transform themselves in order to fit the roles that they are playing in any series. Some of these actors are difficult to recognize in the real life because their avatars on screen are so convincing. That is also another reason why the viewers are immediately transferred to another world. The world which Ertugrul Ghazi creates on screen is fictional, but it looks like realistic. Certainly, a lot of hard work must have gone into making these characters and the overall visuals so convincing and realistic. These are all from the page Ertugrul Ghazi. If I can decide, if I can show the most pictures that I like from all of them. If we talk about the Amdun Altan, I like the picture of him with his all are beautiful and satisfactory, but the one with his wife with the sea view is looking great. Also this, and then the Suleiman Shah is also looking very handsome in this pic with a black shirt and black tie. We talk about the Haima Hatun. Haima Hatun is looking totally different from the series, from the drama. If you see the drama, you can see the Haima Hatun, and you have the realistic view. Means you thought that she's real mother of Ertugrul. Means you can imagine her as in the history, the get-up, the costume, the appearance, the way of talking, her expression, everything is too realistic. But if you see the real life and the real life difference, a lot of difference, and you may have take a time to believe this, that she is the real Haima Hatun. I like this picture, looking beautiful. Now if we talk about Gunduz Dubey, Gunduz Dubey is also very likewise, because he has cap on his head, the Kai tribe cap. He also looked very different if he did not use the cap. Look beautiful, handsome. Wow, this picture is stunning. Artistic way means philosophical, you can say. Looking in eyes, just so deep. I like his picture is this. I love it. Now our most famous personality, our most famous or most favorite, you can say, the character, that is Vamsi. That is also some funny type character, means sense of humor is very good. He plays soft role, not very tough. The way he talk also can help to laugh you. His pictures are also very stylish and modern. I like this picture in the black, looking good. Next we have Halima Sultan. Many of the Pakistanis can't imagine Halima Sultan in this getup, as you can see in this. They thought that Halima should have to be in the full covered body dress, like she's in the drama. She was in the drama, but people have to differentiate that this is real life, and that was the real life. Definitely there is a difference. There will be the difference between both. She has her own life, so she can wear what she wants. I liked her this picture. Beautiful smile, with beautiful hair, with beautiful view of sea. Now Durgatar is too famous. It's very much famous in the Pakistan due to his ex, because he does not use sword. So due to his ex, he's also famous. Vamsi quality of the that he fought with two sword. I like the picture of Turgut is this one, because look at his eyes, so meaningful, so attitude, full of attitude, full of energy, full of mysterious, means I love this. Next we have Seljan Hat. Her eyes are so beautiful. Look at her eyes. Color of eyes are real and so charming and attractive. I like the picture of Sultan Hatun is, I think, this one maybe. That's wrong. I really like this picture. This one. The full picture of the Sultan Hatun, in which they're acting like very energetic. She's acting like very energetic. Now we have an Icus, the beautiful character in the real life, and also pretty beautiful in the real life. I like Icus picture. This one. Her smile is so beautiful and charming and friendly. If you can see, they're behind the flowers, but you can focus on that because her smile is too good, too fascinating. So she's Gokce Hatun. I guess we have this. Like this picture which I like most is her smile is too beautiful also. All the Turkish actresses have good and charming smile. I like picture of Icas. I think this one. Cute baby. Cute, beautiful both. Now we have the Doana. Doana picture that I love most is I think this one. All are beautiful. All are very handsome looking guy. I think this one. And this you can see what a picture with full of peace. The way they are hugging each other, they feeling the peace, and importantly, the love for each other can be shown, can be seen in this picture. That's all from their real life. I can suggest you to definitely watch the Arjun Ghazi. It's also available in the Urdu dubbing, dubbing and also in the Urdu subtitles. Now we will see something more about Arjun Ghazi behind what I am writing behind camera pictures I will say pictures of Arjun and a lot of images and there are some pictures that you can see is this picture of them, the picture of Vamsi and Arthur. We have also the picture of all of them like Vamsi, Duan, Abdul Rahman, Arthur. Now if you see this picture, this is the Sugartegin Bay and the Tutigin Bay. There's Haimana loving the goats that is carried by the Arthur. You see these pictures, they all are sitting together. There's Arthur Bay, Haima Hatun, Harima Sultan and the Bamsi. They all are sitting together and they definitely enjoyed the making of that drama. And this picture is most important because it's a successful Turkish show and the president of Turkey also go there to visit the site where the drama is casting, where the drama is making, and took a picture with the whole cast. And you can see Ibn Arabi also is present there. All pictures about Sultan Ghazi. Now if I talk about some other things about Arthur Ghazi, we have and now we see the pictures of Arthur Ghazi tomb, the real Arthur Ghazi tomb. This is the entrance. Arthur Ghazi tomb. You can see the guards are wearing the dress like Gai tribe, and they're holding eggs to symbolize the Turgut arc. There are some more pictures. You can see the man with sword, or Kai tribe dress. The next we can see it is a tomb of the Ertugrul Ghazi. You can see the flag of the Kai tribe and the flag of Turkey on the other side. Tribe of the Ertugrul Ghazi, and this is the entrance to the Ertugrul Ghazi tribe. This is the outside from the Ertugrul Ghazi tribe. This is the grave of the Halima Hatun. Halima Hatun grave. We have the pictures of Halima Hatun grave. Next we can see more pictures about Ertugrul. It's a picture of the, it's clear then Sauchi Bey. Picture a grave of the Sauchi Bey, the second son of the Ertugrul Ghazi tomb. Here you can see the Halima Hatun. People mostly came there and wear the Kai tribe dress to symbolize in the commandant trait, the Ertugrul Ghazi and the Kai tribe. This is a picture of Turgut al Konur al, grave of the Turgut al and the grave of the Konur al. You can see Turgut al. Konur al grave. People came there a lot after this Turkish drama. People know more about the history of the Ertugrul now compared to previous. This is a drive. You can see the graves. There are also more graves about this. The Turgut Konur. There is also a grave of Abdul Rahman or the Dundar Bey, the Gunduz Bey. All of them were there with Ertugrul. So it's the symbol of the Kai tribe. You can see. I hope you enjoy the journey. I hope you enjoy. If you can see this, I found picture of this. This is a grave of the Ertugrul Ghazi, and you can see there is a lot of medals there. I think these are medals. And Iran, from Iraq, Moldova, I think so, and the many other countries. Great tribute to the Ertugrul Ghazi. So he was the hero. He is the hero. Inshallah, he will be the hero. He remain like this, and people follow him. Ertugrul Ghazi dress, I think Turgut art dress is this. I hope you enjoyed this journey. There we discussed the Ertugrul Ghazi history, the detail of the Ertugrul Ghazi. Firstly, we discussed the history of Ertugrul Ghazi, who was the real Ertugrul. Now, later we discussed the drama of Ertugrul, the complete story, the complete season, in short and brief. The country's review about that drama, the whole cast of that drama. After this, we see the pictures of the real life of the cast of the Ertugrul all the main important cast. You've seen pictures of them. I suggest to watch this drama, and thank you so much for your precious time. Allah Hafiz.